It's Around the House. When it comes to remodeling and renovating your home, there is a lot to know, but we've got you covered. This is Around the House.
Welcome to the Pro Insider Podcast. This is where we talk everything for the trades out there. It doesn't matter if you're a contractor, home builder, designer, you work in a business-to-business relationship selling tile, flooring, appliances, whatever, this show is for you. If you're in the residential remodeling, construction, and design industry, thanks for joining us today. Well, this is going to be a cool little show because, I will say today for me, living in Oregon State, is our first day being open. Like, if I want to go out and hit the bar and stay past midnight, they'll be open until 2 a.m. I don't have to wear masks around. We are now fully opened here in Oregon and in Washington, which is great. I think we're the last state holdouts in the United States. But this opens up in a post-COVID world. I'm not talking COVID. I'm tired of talking about that. Here's where we're at. In our Pro Insider Podcast today, as business owners, managers, whatever else, we need to start thinking about that flu bug coming back, the colds, the whatever around the office and workplace. Now, we have been really lucky in most cases because really we only had about one thing going around the workplace. We had COVID. But now we're going back to the 2019, 2020. Uh-oh, what was that? Someone's going to get a cold because we're going to start spreading around like we did 16 months ago, right? So have some systems in your workplace so you can manage that. Because the last thing you want is everybody freaking out that somebody might have something that they don't. I'm going to expect this summer cold season. No, that's not some political statement. This is actually people that have the common cold. Now that we're hugging, shaking hands, no masks, we're slowly going to forget how to use that hand sanitizer and wipe everything down. We're going to go back to all those beautiful old habits that we used to have. So my theory with that is we need to think a little bit about that. Have a business plan for those sick days. We are getting back to normal, guys, and I love that. But just make sure that as everybody's jammed up, you should see the heating and cooling companies in my area because we've been on national news. I'm going to guess that every single heating and cooling company has 300, 400, 500, 600 phone calls and emails off websites on top of their normal business that they're never going to get caught up to. At some point, they're going to go, well, it's not worth calling because it's been 2 weeks. If you called a service company and you didn't have a relationship with them here in my metro area, because we were at 117, 118 degrees this last week, you're not going to call back. They just can't get to you. Which is another thing. How are you prepared for those events? Because, we had all these heating and cooling systems that were shut down, frozen up, not keeping up. So how is your business going to cope with a high demand area or an event like that? You think about the windstorms with the tree trimmers. Do you have a sick plan for your organization? Do you have kind of a war zone call to action plan? If you're an electrician, or you own an electrical company, we have a lightning storm or tons of power outages and everybody wants backup generators. Do you have a plan for that? You have an all hands on deck. What is your all hands on deck plan? Plumber, frozen pipes. Heating and cooling, extreme weather. You see where I'm going. Roofer, hail or a windstorm. Flooring company, floods. All these things, what is your war plan for keeping your business going along. Now, here's one thing that I have done in the past, running companies like I have. I outsourced my phone calls. I handed those over. I took that person out of the office not to be answering phone calls. And I went to that online receptionist. It's probably a company in your area. You know, there's the Ruby receptionist. There's all these different companies out there that will answer your phone like it's yours. They know your hours. They know who the owner is. It's all of that. But you know something? It pays for itself when you're getting 40 phone calls in a minute and your one person can't answer the phone and you got a busy signal. But these call centers, which do a good job of making it not sound like a call center, can get to that. Then they document it, they record the phone conversation, and they send you a text. Now, it's really easy to sort that. You can pay attention and go, wow, former customer, priority. Okay. There's round 2 of our phone calls. There's round 3. And this guy here, they're not even interested. So you can go through and triage those people. Now, that also means if you got a cold ground in the office, your receptionist never has to worry about it because that person that's answering the phone is always going to be there 24/7. So something to think about in your business as we get back to normal. Are you ready for that business to come back in? And that's a big one. Something to think about. And then, of course, you've got to worry about servicing all these people, but that's going to come down to you and your crew. And have you had that discussion with your crew about overtime? You know, hey team, when we get into war zone time here, when we call a emergency, and have your call for that, have a plan for that. Have a schedule that everybody kind of goes to. Are they 12-hour days? That way you can charge people, hey, look, these guys are in overtime. I'm going to have to charge you the extra overtime rate. Do you want us to come out or not? Not that you're taking advantage, but that's going to cost you more money as a business owner paying overtime. Somebody's got to pay for that. So something to think about. What is your plan for when the flu bug goes around? What is your plan for when that natural disaster or storm or whatever hits your industry? And you got to pay attention to that. Something to think about today on a Thursday. Well, everybody, we've got a great Around the House with Eric G. and Caroline B. this weekend. I'm sure you might have seen our rebranding of the show this week. Of course, Pro Insider, still going to be the Pro Insider. That's what we're doing. But we're going to be giving away, and this is a little insider tip for you guys. If you love air purification, we are giving away a very expensive Aprilaire unit that we will give you the keyword in a show on Saturday. So our next version of Around the House, you will hear us give out that code word, and then you go over to aroundthehouseonline.com and enter to win that super cool air purification unit. And we'll pick one out of the hat randomly, and we will figure out who that goes to. We will be giving it away. There'll be 2 weekends in this. So this weekend and the following weekend, and that Monday we will do the drawing. That way, you got a chance to enter to win, and you'll be entered in that. So make sure you jump over there. Hey, take a look at the new website, aroundthehouseonline.com. We have updated that as well. And, of course, listen to us wherever you catch your podcasts. And we would really appreciate it in the podcast if you would turn around and subscribe to that. And, of course, we love reviews as well because that is a great place to be. And if you have any questions on the show and stuff, feel free to hit us up on social media at any one of our accounts. Hit us in a instant message, direct message, whatever it is, and we will be there to answer it for you. All right, everybody, out of time for the day. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks for listening to to Around the House.
Somewhere unseen and undiscovered, anywhere beyond the mean. Life is a love song, let's be